when I talk about players, if you were a good player, now obviously you're coming up for the Hall of Fame. Now being in the Hall of Fame and having won, people take what I say
serious.
Yeah.
So let's divulge into that.
Okay.
Right?
So you know what I'm getting at.
I know what you're getting at. Now, some of the young guys have said things about me saying that I'm throwing shade.
Right.
Right. Let's break down shade. You know, shade is generally when the sun hits a well-established tree.
Okay.
And that tree must be established by having deep roots.
Right.
So as you see what I'm getting
yeah.
to. A baby tree must be shaded by an oak tree.
Right.
Something that has substantial, good, deep roots. Right? Mm-hmm. Devontae Adams, can't throw shade on him because he's a deep-rooted tree.
Right.
Some of these young boys need to understand they baby trees.
Right.
They still anchored in by rope because with bad rope,
so
they can start to grow sideways.
Okay.
Or it can dwarf their growing.
Right.
So the young guys, I understand, but it's not shade. It's really understanding. We've seen and grinded out and understand how to play ball. And we also know the game has changed. It's changed in a good way.
Right.
Right? Anytime guys are getting paid, that's a good thing. Advancement. But we have to do our jobs, and sometimes guys believe that we have a personal vendetta. Or I had a conversation with a guy that I asked him, that I won't say, is, what do you have that I don't? What have you experienced that I have not experienced? You got a girl or a wife? I have one. Beautiful. You have children? I have children. Actually, I have grown children. Some of my children, with their ages combined, still can't rent a car in New York, in the state of New York. Some of the teams that they're on, I don't want to be on your team. Team isn't very good.
Right.
I don't want to be in your market.
Right.
And so I understand to a certain degree, but then there's a part of where some of them are a little bit sensitive.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you hating.
Yeah.
Bro, why am I hating? I'm saying I'm critiquing what I've seen you do in the game time and time again.
And also, like what Tyreek Hill, what he said lately, I find it interesting.
Yeah, very.
Because, one, he's applied a lot of pressure on Tua. But also, when I look at his highlights, Tyreek Hill is he's cheetah. He runs faster than anyone I've known at wide receiver. Mm-hmm. However, when I look at his highlights, and I'm not speaking out of hate, I'm speaking out of my own insecurities and understanding. When I haven't gotten the ball for a long time, you know how I catch the ball? Without my hands.
Body catch.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not this is not a knock, but he's not a natural catcher of the ball.
No. He's not a pure hands catcher.
No.
And you don't have to be when you have that amount of speed.
Yeah, you'll be able to catch a lot of balls in your body because you're going to be so wide open.
But when that speed leaves and you don't have the...
But when his speed leaves, he's still going to be top 2, top 3 receivers in the league, Smitty.
I hope so. I just know there's a lot of guys when their athleticism starts to leave them, their numbers decline dramatically.
Well, I think what he's in rude awakening for, I don't think when you play with a great quarterback.
He went from the penthouse to the outhouse.
But he doesn't understand, Smitty. You know, a lot of these guys don't understand that. They don't understand how valuable the quarterback is. They think, oh, I can put up these numbers. Well, the only guy that I've seen put up numbers, regardless who the quarterback is D-Hop.
Yes.
That's the only guy. All these other guys, you had Brady, you had Rodgers, you had Mahomes, now you got Herbert, you got Joe Burrow, and things of that nature. D-Hop can honestly say, bruh, y'all see what was throwing to me in Houston before I got Deshaun?
But it's also a good system as well. So you gotta have a good system as well. You can't have negative everything and still prevail. That just doesn't happen.
When you look at the money that these guys, wide receivers, are getting,
I love it.
I tell my mom, why you couldn't wait 5 years? You couldn't wait 10 years? I mean, bro, 25. You had me at you 24. Yeah. Bro, you couldn't wait until you were 30.
I think it's fantastic. I don't have a problem with it. I think it advances the game. If you're not advancing, then you're digressing. So I think it's good.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before 2 something.